Alright everybody, welcome back to another pay-per-view predictions video right here on the Bad Wrestling channel. I am of course Dominic, and today we're talking about Hell in a Cell 2019. Now, as you may know about a Hell in a Cell structure, there are 4 sides to each Hell in a Cell structure. It makes sense for this card because there's literally only 4 matches announced for the show. So yeah, WWE have tried to make this very difficult. It is the Saturday before the show. As I'm recording this, it is right about to be 12 o'clock in the afternoon. So, I waited to the last possible second to start recording this thing. Anyways, without any further ado, let's just get into the card. First off, Bayley versus Charlotte. A singles match for the SmackDown Women's Championship. I'm gonna go with Bayley, because I think Bayley and Sasha Banks both have to be co-champions. Perhaps a bit of a spoiler for later on. But I believe Bayley and Sasha Banks have to be co-champs. Okay, they're like the new hot thing in the women's division. And if they're not both champions, then kind of sucks. To be honest with you, they're not, the Raw Women's Championship and the SmackDown Women's Championship, they could be the next power couple in terms of tag teams. So I believe Bayley is going to defeat Charlotte. Next up, it's Daniel Bryan and Roman Reigns versus Eric Rowan and Luke Harper. Now, all logic dictates Roman Reigns and Daniel Bryan are going to win. All the logic. Okay, it's Daniel Bryan and Roman Reigns versus Eric Rowan and Luke Harper. Okay, Luke Harper, he's been, having a lot of issues lately with the WWE, so they might want to bury him going out. However, I don't think that's going to happen. I don't know why. I have this strange feeling. They're going to pull the trigger. Rowan and Harper are going to win the tag team match. I know, that's a bold statement. That's a pretty bold statement, considering, it's Daniel Bryan and Roman Reigns on the other side. Maybe Daniel Bryan is going to do a swerve and say, yo, I'm actually the leader. Follow the goats, or whatever he's going to say. I could see that. But either way, I think Rowan and Harper might just win. Like, truthfully, then they become a powerhouse tag team. And to be honest, the tag team scene kind of sucks in WWE due to no fault of the talents themselves. But I think if Rowan and Harper won and then went on to win the tag championships, just saying, that could be a pretty interesting sight to behold. Anyways, another interesting sight to behold is going to be this next matchup. It is Becky Lynch, the Raw Women's Champion, versus Sasha Banks. Sasha Banks. I said it before. I think Sasha Banks is going to win this. I think the reason they had a draw at the last pay-per-view, I believe the reasoning for that was because they wanted to, kind of prolong Becky's feud a tiny bit. But I think here, it's going to be the ending. Whether or not Bayley walks in and, gets inside the Hell in a Cell with Sasha Banks, maybe not, I don't know. But either way, I think Sasha Banks is going to win. It's going to be a huge moment. I predict a pop from the fans in a face way if she wins. And I hope WWE doesn't use that as a way to turn her face. I hope Bayley and Sasha Banks, even though people love them, I hope they stay heels out of this. That's one of the main concerns I have. Anyways, the final matchup, Hell in a Cell once again. The Universal Championship, it's on the line. We got Seth Rollins versus The Fiend, Bray Wyatt, and WWE. This is not a prediction. This is me telling you, if you let The Fiend lose this matchup to Seth Rollins, I am gonna have to strangle my way up some corporate ladders. I'm gonna say it right now, I'm gonna stop watching WWE. Okay, I've already practically stopped watching Raw and SmackDown. But The Fiend is the one good thing. You cannot... You already fucked this up by having this matchup even on the card. Okay, because there's no way The Fiend should have been in this matchup in the first place. But we have the match going on now. The Fiend versus Seth Rollins for the championship. I think Bray has to win this, right? Right? Like, if Seth Rollins wins this, where, first off, where do you go with Bray Wyatt? I don't know. Where do you go with Seth Rollins? I don't really know that either. You know, I guess, like, the draft is gonna happen, and then through the draft, something cool might happen. Maybe, I'm not entirely sure. Either way, though, I think The Fiend, you know, winning the Universal Championship, that would cement him being on Raw, which I think they're gonna actually keep him on Raw anyways. You know, if The Fiend is on Raw and he has the championship and just runs the show, that could be an interesting sight. A bit early, considering he's technically only had literally one match in, like, a year. A year plus. So, I don't know. I personally would not have booked this matchup. I would have given Bray Wyatt a bit more people to squash. But in any case, The Fiend leaves the champion. Okay, we're gonna have two new high-profile championship wins. It's gonna be Sasha Banks as the Raw Women's Championship and The Fiend as the Universal Championship. And that's the entire card. Look, I don't know what's happening. I'm gonna refresh this Wikipedia page right now to see if anything else has been announced. Just to see what the hell happens. And no, nothing else has been announced at the time of this recording. So I don't know what to tell you guys. Look, I'm not booking the show. I don't know why they're booking this show so weirdly. I don't know what's going on with the marketing department, but it's not working. If I was to guess another matchup, the Cruiserweight title match maybe? No, that's on NXT. Shit. Yeah, I don't know. I straight up don't know what they could book on this. I guess the United States Championship, AJ Styles is going to leave with the title because Cedric Alexander is too good for WWE. They could do an Intercontinental title match. Nakamura and The Miz rematch. Nakamura wins. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. Women's tag team titles, I guess, on the pre-show. I don't know, man. This is a shitty card right now. I mean, the card is cool. I like the idea of having only like 4 or 5 matches. But it's just weird. Because you expect more from this. From a company that has, like, every wrestler under the sun. You'd think there would be more people. Anyways, that's going to have to be the end of this video. If you guys like to, please let me know by hitting the like button down below. Comment anything you want to comment. What are your predictions for the Hell in a Cell 2019 pay-per-view? As always, if you guys want to subscribe, please do so. If you haven't hit the notification bell, please do so as well, so be notified of everything we do here on the Bad Wrestling channel. I am, of course, Dominic, and have a good day from Bad Wrestling.